Protect their health too. Or if one of your neighbors is sick, he can give his disease to you, to your family, and to everyone else in the village. Now, take your friend Joe Burns, for instance, way on the other side of town. Joe's farm is in pretty bad shape, but it's no wonder, because Joe is a very sick man. If we could look inside Joe's body, we'd see that he has a disease of the intestines. And by looking still more closely, we'd find that Joe's intestines are full of disease microbes. These tiny living creatures are the cause of his disease. But how can these tiny microbes leave Joe's sick body way up here, travel clear across the village to your home way down here, and then attack your healthy body? Well, microbes can travel in many ways. For one thing, they can travel by water. But let's go back to Joe's place and see how they do it. First of all, we see that Joe is pretty careless. He has no latrine. He leaves his waste in the field. And wherever Joe leaves his waste, he leaves the microbes that cause sickness. But the microbes seem harmless enough in the field. How can they go anywhere? Well, look up here in the sky. Soon it begins to rain. And as the rain pours down, it washes Joe's filth into the river. And so the microbes leave the field and begin their journey to you. Now, these microbes are so small you can't see them with your naked eye. So, when the water reaches your farm, it looks clear and pure. Yet if we could look at that water through a microscope, we'd find the same microbes we saw in Joe's body. But since the water looks clean, you don't hesitate to drink it. Now you are taking into your healthy body the microbes of Joe's sickness. Soon you too will be suffering with Joe's disease. Of course, if this can happen to you, it can happen to your friends and neighbors, for they get their water from the river also. So you see, water is one of the great carriers of disease. It can bring Joe's sickness to every home in the village. Now, we have seen that disease can travel by water, and yet there is still another way that Joe's disease can travel. If we go back to Joe's field, we will see that Joe's filth has become a breeding place for flies. These
family and the careless family. Now, how does it happen that the careless family is sick while the clean family is not? Well, let's see how the folks in the clean family live. They live in a clean little house that looks like this. Let's go inside. It's mealtime. Here's the mother cooking for the family. Notice that she cooks on a simple stove of brick. And for good reason. She wants the food to be kept clean. And see how clean her dishes are kept. And how clean the food is, protected from flies. And look outside here. This is how the clean family keeps the pigs and chickens, confined in a simple corral of stakes and thongs. This keeps the yard clean and also keeps the pigs and chickens from wandering into the house. And this means a clean house. Here's the father working in the cornfield with his son. This is indeed a happy family because it's a clean family. But let's compare this to the way the careless family lives. Here is their house. And here are some of their chickens. And here's their pig left loose in the yard. But let's go inside and meet the family. Hey, you, get out of there. You don't have any business in the house. Here is the mother cooking the family meal. She cooks on the floor, as has always been her custom. But this has disadvantages. Uh-oh, here's a chicken loose. And there's that nosy pig again. Cooking on the floor exposes the food to dirt and dust, and to the sicknesses that might be in dirt. The father is not able to work because he's sick. Little Johnny has stomach cramps, and he sits in the corner most of the time. Why should there be so much sickness in this home? Well, let's go back to the day when Johnny first became ill with the cramps. Poor Johnny, he was in great distress. And to make matters worse, there was no latrine, but there was a cornfield. That's where everyone went. It was the custom. But this was a very bad custom. Though Johnny didn't know it, he was soon to bring more sickness into his family. Why? Well, when a person has a sickness of the stomach, that which leaves his body also contains the sickness, and the sickness will live in the dirt where he's left it for many days.
This film will help prepare you for emergency childbirths. From the actions of this prospective father, the baby seems to be on his way. The mother, as usual, is a little more composed. She's packed and ready to go to the hospital. But hold on. It's advisable to check first on a few things. Ask the mother how she feels. If she says that her baby is coming, and that her contractions are 2 minutes apart or less, it's very likely that delivery is imminent if she's had a baby before. In such a case, you should make a visual examination. Then you can decide whether to risk the trip to the hospital. Position the mother's legs in this manner.
For the invader to attack. For these boys are now prepared. Inside each one, a powerful defense army has been mobilized, ready and waiting. V for vaccination.
This is a story of two families. One of them happy, one of them sad. One of them clean, the other careless. One of them healthy, the other sick. Suppose we call them the clean family and the careless family. Now, how does it happen that the careless family is sick while the clean family is not? Well, let's see how the folks in the clean family live. They live in a clean little house that looks This is a story of two families. One of them happy, one of them sad. One of them clean, the other careless. One of them healthy, the other sick. Suppose we call them the clean family and the careless family. Now, how does it happen that the careless family is sick while the clean family is not? Well, let's see how the folks in the clean family live. They live in a clean little house that looks
me. It's easy enough to see that Tubby doesn't quite appreciate what we're trying to do for him. I think we ought to take things a little slower right at the start here and let him in on the idea. Explain to him what vaccination really is. And while we're at it, why don't we get the rest of them in too, so they'll understand what's going on when it's their turn. It's nice of you gentlemen to drop in like this. As a matter of fact, we were just going to call you anyway. You see, the doctor's going to tell us a little story. A story about vaccination. He's going to show us just what goes on inside our bodies when we get sick, and how vaccination will help us get all set to fight off diseases even before they can sneak up on us. Now, in the first place, your body is a whole lot of separate parts, all brought together into one wonderfully organized machine. It's like some big city with a lot of separate buildings or factories. For instance, the heart is the central office for the distribution of supplies to the other buildings of the city. And the blood is really made up of many little workers, which the heart sends to the different factories. Come along over here a minute. We'll show you some of these little workers in person. Of course, we can't show them to you while they're traveling around in your body doing their work, but you can see them sitting still on this glass slide. First, we'll spread them out thin so as to get a good look. There. Now you'll see for yourselves what we've been talking about. You see, what you've always thought was just a sort of red liquid that popped out of your finger when you cut it is really much more. It's actually millions of little workers with a job to do. The job of keeping us alive.
Your life work.
That has been invaded by an enemy army. But the enemy in this case is not big soldiers. This invading army is so tiny that it can be seen only through a microscope. Its soldiers are the germs of communicable disease. Some of these disease-causing organisms are so small that they cannot be seen even with the most powerful microscope. They are detected only because they can pass through the tiny holes of this filter. A communicable disease is one which can be caught from someone else. This means that the germs have to leave the body of a sick person and enter the body of one who is well. The usual gateway by which they enter is through the mouth or nose. How do germs make the trip from sick to well and thereby spread disease? They may travel by one of several ways. Coughs and sneezes, which are not protected, send germs in a direct spray. Kissing also gives germs a direct, short trip. The public drinking cup is a favorite means of travel. Water, as we find it in nature, may have harmful germs in it. If we drink such water without first boiling it, we are giving these germs a free ride into our bodies. Milk is the best food there is for us. But if it comes from unhealthy cows, in dirty surroundings, or is handled by people having a communicable disease, it can become a good conveyor of germs. Rats and some insects, particularly the fly, are of great help to germs of certain diseases by carrying them from filth to the food we eat. Thus you see that germs have several ways of traveling from the sick to the well. As individuals and as a community, we can do many things to halt this movement of germs and prevent the spread of disease. A healthful community must have a safe water supply. Here we see sedimentation and chlorination, a part of the process of water purification. In rural areas, a safe water supply requires a properly constructed well located on higher ground and at a considerable distance from the toilet. The purity of a city's water supply is further protected by the sanitary treatment of sewage. A series of processes renders the waste non-injurious to health. In rural areas, the problem of disposal of human waste can be solved by the building of a proper type septic tank.
School entitles you to take state board examinations. Inquire if the school is approved by the medical profession and investigate the courses provided for student nurses. Good schools of nursing will admit only those high school graduates who placed in the upper third or half of their class, and give preference to young people who have had work or experience beyond high school. The good nursing school first will be concerned for your own health. You'll be given a thorough medical examination and must meet certain health standards before you are accepted. You will learn to practice rules of positive health, and there should be recreational facilities available for your use and that of your fellow students. Your own personality is very important to the success of your nursing career. The ability to get along with other people is valuable in any profession, but it is absolutely essential to the nurse. You should be strong, because as a nurse, people will depend on you. You should be trustworthy, because people will confide in you. You should be steady, dependable, self-reliant, tactful, sympathetic, and have a sense of humor. You should have a spirit of service and a sincere interest in human beings of all classes and kinds. Your nursing school courses in psychology and sociology will help you in your work with patients and your relationships with other people. And reading nursing literature and other books in the school library will also help. In all good schools of nursing, courses in biology, bacteriology, and chemistry are provided, and it will be very helpful for you to have some background in the science subjects before you enter nursing school. Work in anatomy and physiology must be included, for a knowledge of the human body and its functions is essential in the work of the nurse. Instruction in nutrition and cookery are necessary to teach the nurse how properly to direct the preparation of food for patients, and in many cases, to prepare it herself. When she is caring for patients in the home and lacks the scientific facilities of the modern hospital, this ability and a great amount of resourcefulness is especially valuable. Well-equipped schools of nursing provide a nursing arts laboratory or a demonstration room, which is set up like a